Hello everyone, welcome back to my little fashion mini-series I have running here. Today's episode will be my stamina damage dealers. We're going to start off with this guy here. This is my stamina sorcerer, so let's get right into his fashion.
Slowly kisses passing by the river.
So we have a kind of steel-cladded gladiator look for my thunderous warrior here. So for this look, um, we're using the Deadlands Gladiator helm. We're using the Dremora Kinreeve cuirass, the Dremora Kinreeve pauldrons, the Dremora Kinreeve gauntlets, the Deadlands Gladiator belt, the Dremora Kinreeve greaves, and the Dremora Kinreeve sabatons. For our weapons, we're using Stormlord axes, as we can see here, and the bow is the Stormlord bow. As for our dies, what we're using is the rank material 1 for the silver, or is it the rank material 2? No, it is rank material 1, I was right the first time. Oh wait, no, it was not. It is rank material 5, that's the one. So rank material 5 for the silver, and then we are using Cold Harbor Ash Black for all the slots that are coloured black, which is how we get this really cool steel gladiator look right here. Next up, guys, we have Theseus. This is my Stamina Warden character. So this look is for my two-handed animalistic warrior. So for our armor, we are actually using the hide helmet feature, so that we don't have to wear any helmet. However, you can put on, whatever helmet you see fit. If you would like to wear a helmet with this outfit, there's, a load to choose from that could be really good. You can go Minotaur, something like that. That like reflects the animal nature of the Warden class. You could use the Moongrave Fane helm. It's a little bit of a hidden as to the rest of the set that we're using. You could use something like Ebon Shadow, Tremora, Divine Prosecution, anything that you think looks good with it. It could be completely up to you. But personally, with this look, I'm just hiding the helm and having my glorious character's face on display with his little crown. So anyway, for the chest, we're using the Moongrave Fane cuirass, the Moongrave Fane pauldrons, the Moongrave Fane gauntlets, the Moongrave Fane belt, Moongrave Fane greaves, Moongrave Fane boots, Moongrave Fane battle axe, and the Moongrave Fane bow. So the entire set is Moongrave Fane, and it's all heavy as well. The colouring is Cold Harbor Ash Black, and one of the rank materials, it is the first one, rank 1, to get this silver. Okay, so next up we have my Stamina Templar. This is Bagheera. He is styled to look similar to a character called Van Helsing. I don't know if anyone saw the film with Hugh Jackman. This character is kind of modelled after that character from that film. So if you have seen that film, hopefully you can see a bit of a resemblance there with this dude right here. Okay. So how we obtain this really cool looking look, in my opinion, is we go to equipment. Again, we're using the hide helmet feature because we are using one of the costume hats kind of thing, which is the werewolf hunter hat. And then we dyed that Cold Harbor Ash Black to match the rest of the costume, okay? The chest is the New Moon Priest cuirass. The shoulders are Red Guard Arm Corps 3. The hands are Ancient Orc Braciers. The waist is New Moon Priest Sash. The legs are Zivkan Guards. And the feet are Ebon Shadow Shoes. I haven't quite decided on these shoes yet. They may change over time to something else that maybe looks a little bit more like the leather boots that he wears in the film. But for now, they work just fine. Is what I'm currently rocking at the moment. My weapons, I'm using the New Moon Priest swords, just because they look very similar to the swords and weaponry that the character uses in the film. And the bow on the back is the horned dragon bow, just because I can get it all black as well, and it looks pretty cool with the rest of the outfit. Okay. Um, the character in the film also uses a crossbow. Obviously, there is no crossbow weapon in this game. However, I am using the crossbow ability in the Fighters Guild skill line, which damages enemies when you pull out a crossbow and fire a couple bolts at them. So that's a really cool ability to have on this character, and it fits really well with the build that I use as well. Purely because it requires stacking a lot of Fighter's Guild abilities for weapon damage, so having it for RP and for an effective build is really, really cool. Okay, so next up we have the Stamina Nightblade. Now this character is called Nazgul, and that's because he's modelled to look like the Nazgul from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings films. I think I've done quite a good job at replicating the look of the Nazgul from the films. The only thing that I would change would potentially be the chest style to the ebony style. I'm planning to do so, and I would recommend that you do so as well if you are looking to look like the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings. The only problem is that that style is quite expensive and quite difficult to obtain, so I'm still saving up some gold at the moment to purchase that style. But as it is right now, this is what we have, and this is what it is. So we're using the Hollowjack helmet, the Zivkan robe, the Dragonbone arm cops, the Zivkan bracers, the Zivkan sash, the Zivkan breeches, the Zivkan shoes, and we have Abnathar's daggers right here for my dual wield options, and they have poison enchants, which is how we get this really cool green poison effect on our daggers. Quite a really stylish and cool looking RP look, I think, for the Stamina Nightblade that I have here. Okay, so moving on, we now have the Stamina Dragonite. This character is built to look like a poison using dragon priest, right? So like the perfect definition of what a Stamina Dragonite in ESO is all about: poison and draconic abilities, right? So this look we have here perfectly reflects the Stamina Dragonite, you know, as a stylish look. Okay, so this is how we get this really cool looking look. So for our equipment, what we are using, I have the Dark Brotherhood helm as my actual helmet style that we're using here, but we don't actually use that. We're using a kind of costume hat instead to replace this in actuality. So I'll show you which one that is in a minute. So if you want to, you know, go with this look instead, then by all means do. But we don't do that. We use the costume helmet because it looks a lot cooler. But for the chest, what we're using is the Morag Tong Jack, the Morag Tong Arm Cops, the Morag Tong Bracers, the Morag Tong Belt, the Morag Tong Guards, the Morag Tong Boots, and for our two-hander we're using the Fire Drake Greatsword, because we have this really cool looking greatsword. Another great option to use is, where can I find it? The Scale Caller Greatsword. This is a really awesome looking style as well. I can't officially decide which one I like more between the Scale Caller and the Fire Drake. They both have different aspects that seem really awesome. I'm leaning towards the Fire Drake at the moment, but they're both so cool. And, you know, if you want something completely different, you can go for the Hungering Void Greatsword, which has, you know, a really unique green, poisonous, sludge-looking aspect to it. But it looks a bit ugly to me, so, you know, I don't tend to do that. I prefer the Fire Drake Greatsword at the minute, with a poison enchant to make it have that really cool green glow. As for the dyes, the colours we are using are the Putrid Flesh Teal for all the green slots, and again Cold Harbour Ash Black as usual for all the black slots. I'm sure I'll mix in some Void Pitch when I eventually get around to unlocking that Honour to the Spirit Blood achievement, but I'm not quite there yet with that one. So yeah, that's a work in progress, that one. As for the costume hat we're using the same green on the first color slot and then the same black on the second two color slots. Now what this hat is called, if we go to our collections, into appearance and into hats, it is the Scorched Dragon Priest mask. Okay, that's how you get this really cool, as it is, Dragon Priest mask to go along with this kind of dragon bone looking armor with your, big poison greatsword. Okay, in my opinion, this is like a fantastic look for the Stamina Dragonite, and I hope you really like that too. Okay, and lastly, what we have here is my Stamina Necromancer. Okay, now this character is called the Lich King because I've built him with the styles that I have currently have available to me. I've built him as best as I can to resemble the Lich King from another MMO series called World of Warcraft. I'm sure many of you would have heard of WoW that play ESO, right? It's a very well known MMO. In fact, it's probably the one that kickstarted the entire MMO genre being as big as it is today, and probably causing a lot of people that play ESO to love ESO so much. Falling in love with that genre of game. So the Lich King was my favorite character from that franchise, and I think moving a character like him over to my new favorite MMO franchise, I think, it's pretty cool, and he fits within the Stamina Necromancer kind of, gameplay and aesthetics. So let's go to the outfit station and look what we have here, shall we? So for the head, what I'm using is the Dark Brotherhood helmet. Okay. We are then using the Ebon Shadow Jack, the Ebon Shadow Arm Cops, the Ebon Shadow Bracers, the Ebon Shadow Belt, the Ebon Shadow Guards, the Ebon Shadow Boots, the Opal Iceheart Greatsword. This is meant to resemble the Lich King's really awesome greatsword. Unfortunately, there's no replicas in this game, so I think the Opal Iceheart Greatsword is a fantastic stand-in the meantime. And then for our back bar, we have the Fire Drake Sword and the Opal Swarm Mother Shield to get this really icy shield. Okay. As for colors, we use a mixture of, who would have guessed it, Cold Harbor Ash Black and the Vex Mystic Blue. Okay. And you can, as you say, see all the different slots, which colors are where, and then you can recreate this look for any of your characters. And there we go, guys. That is my Stamina damage dealers. We have Thunderous Warrior, Theseus, Bagheera, the Nazgul, Ragnar Lothbrok, which is the name of my Dragonite, the Lich King, and that is all the Stamina classes, okay? But as you can see, we still have some characters left. These are the healers and the tanks. Now, originally I was going to do the healers in their own video and the tanks in their own video, but I thought, you know what, since the first video and now the second video is showcasing 6 characters each, I can whack the healers and tanks into one video so we can have part A with 6 characters, part B with 6 characters, and part C with 6 characters. Okay, so in the next video to be posted, we will see the healers and the tanks. Okay, and these, in my opinion, are some of my coolest looking characters. Alright, so you have a lot to look forward to there. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, enjoyed the fashion presented in this video, maybe gave you some ideas, maybe made you appreciate, ESO fashion just a little bit more. But the most important thing is that you had a good time watching it, and go on to further enjoy ESO as a game. Okay, so if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It does the channel a whole lot of good. As I say, it's a new channel, so every like, every comment, every new subscriber makes a massive difference to the growing channel. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching if you're still here, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, goodbye.